What's up? My name is Devin. I also go by Infinite or Pop by Infinite. Today we're going to be making beats for YG. We're gonna make some old school kind of ratchet stuff. You feel me? So let's get into it. Oh, and real quick, if you do like this loop, it is going to be available on my Patreon. If you don't know what my Patreon is, it's basically where I send out 7 loops every single week, and I give y'all the MIDI with it and the stems and everything like that, a whole bunch of other perks, like you get my YouTube videos early, 50% off all my kits and everything like that. And it's just a cool little community, you know what I mean? We going strong right now. But without further ado, let's get into this tutorial. All right, so as y'all can see, I got some VSTs right here pulled up. So whenever I'm doing these like ratchet beats, I always like starting off with just like a really like deep piano. So I got addictive keys pulled up. No effects on it or anything like that. This is just the default setting. So we're gonna go in here, and as y'all can see, we are in D minor. So we're gonna go down to like the bass note kind of thing. You know what I mean? We're gonna raise that velocity up. It's gonna be almost peaking, and we're gonna make just like a little pattern. And you know what? Starting off with this little 3 count right here is always a solid start. All right, then let's just add a couple more notes, kind of fill everything out. And when you're doing like a lot of like this ratchet stuff for like West Coast beats, doing this like little 2-hit at the end right here is a great way to punctuate the bend. Doing this little double hit right here will definitely doing this little double hit right here will definitely help punctuate your West Coast beats. So now what I'm gonna do is take this and we're gonna copy it over, and then we're just gonna make a slight little alteration to the second half so it doesn't repeat too much. And the way that we're gonna do that is we are going to just take this right here, double it over, and then we're gonna take this one and go a half step down. And then it's gonna kind of create that like little YG effect, you know what I mean? That bam 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 bam, like kind of thing. All right, so this right here sounded pretty solid for the first initial melody. This is how I really like starting off these ratchet beats. So let's just listen to how it sounds like by itself. A lot of energy, a lot of bounce, but it's not doing anything that's like too crazy. So as you can see right here, there is like a gap because we did like a little call and response type technique with the melody right here. So since there is this gap right here, we're gonna take another sound and actually fill up that space. And an easy way for like these like LA ratchet beats is to just take a Rhodes and do like a quick little run or like a quick little chord. So I got this lounge lizard pulled up. This is just a regular default setting. I didn't tweak it or do anything to it. You guys can use like any regular Rhodes and it'll work completely fine. Take that and then pitch it down on the other half. And then we're also going to bring down the velocity a lot, because if y'all don't know, with Rhodes, the velocity is very important on how it sounds. So if we listen to it like this, see how it sounds really harsh and like really bad at the same time? If we just take that velocity and just turn it down like a lot, way smoother. So what we're also going to do is hit the strum on this real quick, and we're going to add a good amount of strum. Yeah, I mean, you know, for like piano stuff, it's always good to add a little bit of strum on top. And now here's what the melody sounds like with the E-piano put in there as well. All right, next thing that we finna do is throw in some strings. So I got SRX strings pulled up right here, just like the little Epic Strings preset. All right, now for the strings, I'm actually gonna follow the same notes within the chords. So that's what we're going to use as a frame of reference to build the melody. So if you're ever trying to make like a counter melody or something like that, and you're kind of stuck and you don't know what to do, you can always just reference the chords that you were using prior. So for the string, we finna just do something simple like this. Just go up in the scale, shorten them, and then bring the velocity all the way up, because, you know what I mean, it's ratchet stuff. We need everything to hit hard. Now we're actually going to do the same thing on the other side, but I think it'd be kind of cool if we went down instead. See how that sounds. Solid. That's hard. And then one more thing to kind of like top everything off is just like a cool little bell. This is going to act as another counter melody, And I don't know what else I'm gonna say right there. So yeah, this is just gonna act like another counter melody and just add like a little bit of spice and variation, so we can kind of break things down later on throughout the beat. All right, and now for this one, it isn't really gonna be any method to it. We're just gonna start clicking and stuff until it sounds cool. You can start right there. So for the melodies, I feel like we are solid and we can start moving on to the drums now. So I'm gonna go find some percussion real quick and we gonna be right back. So now let's just assign all these sounds to the mixer channel. So we're just gonna highlight them all, hit Command L, and then boom, they're all on the mixer channel. And with these DJ scratches, this little cool trick right here is always fire. What you're gonna do is you're actually gonna go into the stomp. You're gonna lay one down right here. And you're gonna lay one down right here as well. Just like that little 2-hit thing that I was talking about earlier that leaves a good impact. You're gonna do that, and then you're gonna have the DJ scratches go in between them. And it just gives off this like really cool way to end off your bars. All right, let's go back more into the sound effects. See what pitch this is at. So this is at C sharp. We want it to be on D. So we're going to D's nuts. So we're gonna put it on up 100 cents just so it's in key. So instead of it hitting on C sharp, it's gonna hit on D when we put it on the C. That sounds kind of weird, but trust me, it's gonna be in key now. Lay down this open hat thing real quick. Let's try this real quick. Let's try this. Well, we just gotta turn the out knob up and turn the length knob down. Okay, turn the up a little bit. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. So I actually like where the percussion is sitting right now. As you can see, we threw in a lot of different sounds, but we didn't do too much with them. Just because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that there is a good balance between having stuff that's complex and simple. You know what I mean? You always want to be simple so the artist can get on, but you want to have a little bit complex so you have your own unique sound. You know what I mean? We all just don't want to do like 2-step hi-hats every single time. You know what I mean? But speaking of hi-hats, let's do those next. Once again, there's no actual method. I'm just kind of like putting stuff in and seeing how everything feels. That sounds weird. I don't like how I said that. All right. And once again, there's no method to this. I'm really just doing everything randomly. Now we're just gonna take this and copy it over and then just make small alterations to the second half, just so it's not too repetitive. We're also gonna sit here and mess around with the velocity a little bit as well, just randomize it. Like this, for instance, we can just pitch that up an octave. And then maybe add like a second one like right here. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to take that original piano MIDI right here and we're going to copy and paste it over into the kick. Then we're gonna hit Alt K so it brings all the kicks to C5, and then we're gonna bring all the velocity up as well. You know what I mean? Because we want to make sure that these are hitting. You gotta make sure they're hitting. If anything in this beat needs to hit, it is absolutely the kicks and the 808. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out some notes. You know what I mean? Just because I don't want it hitting exactly one for one. You know what I mean? I want the piano to be separate and the kicks and the 808s to be separate as well. But at the same time, I want them to follow like a similar pattern. Now I'm gonna take these kicks and I'm gonna put it over into the 808. And then now we're going to go down right here and we're just gonna match the 808 up to the root notes. So wherever the 808 is, it needs to go to where these root notes are. So we're really just gonna transpose everything. Now for this one, it's actually gonna be a little bit different, but that's because I wanna do something kind of like different with it. I wanna do kind of like a, you know, I want to do something different. You know what I mean? So for this one, instead of actually like following those notes, we're gonna just hit like some different stuff, but we're still gonna keep it within the notes that we've already used. You know what I mean? So maybe like this. And let's just give it a quick little listen. Alright, so I feel like the 808 was a little too low. So what I'm finna do is just transpose everything up 300 cents. Cause that's where I like where the 808 is hitting. So I'm gonna give y'all a little preview of what the beat sounds like right now, and then we're gonna do a little bit of mixing. And personally, I'm not the biggest fan of mixing in headphones, so I'm gonna have to do it through the speakers real quick. So we're gonna turn that piano down a little bit, turn the strings down a little bit, do a little bit of panning. I mean, leave space for everything. You feel me? I'm gonna take these strings, I'm gonna throw some delay on them. I feel like that'd be kind of cool. You know what I mean? Be like 25%, be cool. A little bit of reverb on that low piano, a little bit of delay on it as well. Nothing too crazy. Alright, yeah, that's cool. Now let's bring all the drums back in and mix them up as well. And also for the drums, I like doing a little bit of panning as well, just so everything got like space, you know what I mean? right? And that's it. I'm gonna call it right there, cause you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. This beat slap. This beat slaps. Hey, like all jokes aside, this beat actually kind of go crazy. This beat actually kind of go crazy for a YouTube tutorial beat. Something I just kind of like, oh, let me just do this for y'all and show y'all. This go kind of crazy. You feel me? So if you like this beat, hit me with a like. If you want to comment, throw a comment. If you want to sub, hit the sub, everything like that. And then yeah, if y'all want this loop, I'm gonna put it on my Patreon for free. So yeah, if you're part of my Patreon, shout out to y'all. So with that being said, my name is Devin. I also go by Infinite or Pop by Infinite. Peace out.